Hey guys, it's your favorite registered dietitian, Jeff Giberman. And most of you don't know that I'm also a certified personal trainer, even though I don't train at a gym right now. Let me turn my video to the pretty window and deck we have. I wanted to do a little follow-up video where I was talking about different intensity levels and body composition, and I referenced this heart rate zone chart over here. I just wanted to explain this chart a little bit more. So, like I said, these different heart rate zones, this has to do with your heart rate beats per minute. So at this first zone, these are just arbitrary numbers, but they're fairly around the ranges most people might be. So maybe heart rate zone number one is your pulse rate is 100, between 100 and 120 for your first heart rate zone. And then when you increase your intensity, it tends to go up a little bit. So zone two is 120 through 130. So what I meant by when these can change, what that means is that when you exercise more or you function at higher intensity exercises, which are important for building cardiovascular endurance and health, what you're doing is that at these lower intensity or at any of these intensities, you're actually decreasing the amount of the rate at which your heartbeat needs to pump to do the same activity. So that's how you improve your cardiovascular fitness, is by when you do something for so many times, your body adjusts, and now your body doesn't have to work as hard to do the same activity or the same amount of weight if you're weight training. On the other side of this chart, I talked about how let's say at zone one, where your heart rate is between 100 and 120, your body's using 80% of the energy aerobically by burning fat, which is beta oxidation, and about 20% from sugar. So sugar is stored in your muscles, and in your liver, but we're mostly talking about the sugars that are stored in your muscle, since you're using your muscle to do the activity. As you increase intensity of an exercise, the percentage from fat you're burning decreases, and the percentage from sugar you're using increases. Well, why is this important? Let's say you have a bodybuilder and they're trying to put on some muscle. In order to build muscle, you have to have two things. You need to have enough total calories, and you have to have enough total grams of protein in order to build your muscle without causing stress or on your body. So, for example, let's say that we have a bodybuilder and he's trying to put on muscle. And he is trying to also burn some body fat, which is actually kind of hard to do at the same time, but it can be done over time. So he might want to focus on some more lower intensity cardiovascular, because let's say, for example, that he just does a big workout and he wants to go run for a while. Well, he might be better off doing something at a lower intensity to be more efficient at burning body fat, because at these lower intensities, he's going to be burning more of his energy from fat. Let's say you do a hard weight training routine and then you go run, and your sugar stores are kind of depleted, and you're not really, you're not really substituting your body with any more sugar, like from Gatorade or things like that. That's why usually at longer durations, at higher intensities, athletes replenish their sugar stores from their muscles, since they run out, with Gatorade or some kind of sports gel, or I've seen people do, pretzels or some complex carbohydrate, or a mixture of complex carbohydrates and others. Well, why carbohydrate? Well, carbohydrates are most easily digested and absorbed by your body, so it doesn't require your GI tract to do as much work. I'm going to talk more about that in another video. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that, let's say the weight trainer is in order to help them recover from their workout as best as they can from weight training, you probably would want to do some lower intensity cardio, because you're not requiring as much sugar energy, which tends to be that energy from your muscles. So let's say that you're running at a high intensity after a long workout. Well, you can potentially be burning your muscle off, which is kind of counter to what you're trying to do by building your muscle. You want to break it down to build it up. You don't necessarily want to burn it off for energy. So I hope this all makes sense. Some of these concepts are a little hard to grasp if you don't have that scientific foundation that I have by getting my Master's of Science degree, but I'm trying to put some of these concepts in layman's terms to help the general public kind of understand how, energy balance and body composition is a little bit more complex than you might think. I think that's all I want to talk about for this video. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions about anything I covered, please respond in the comments below. And if you have any requests for future videos, please let me know that as well. Thanks for watching.